I decided to go ahead and make the next Lilith in Cancer video. This is the placement that I have. Is the karma of a traitor. It is not of all the Lilith placements. This is by some and myself considered the most disadvantageous. Karma of a traitor. This embodies the conflict of embodying the perfect citizen, where one is normal, accepted by all, respected, looked upon highly, considered the example in like the neighborhood or setting or just general vicinity. They are like the role model citizen. And then the dark side aspect of this is the opposite on the spectrum, which is a pariah, a traitor, one who betrays their own kind, their own, vicinity, their country. It betrays them and becomes the lowest of the low, and they desecrate everything that is whole, that is pure, and everything they touch, it becomes like tainted, it becomes ruined, stained, with the mark of the Lilith embodying in Cancer is very tumultuous, because she is not comfortable in her feminine role. She's rejecting it. She doesn't want to be in Cancer. She doesn't want to stay at home. She doesn't want to be the perfect citizen. She doesn't want to be a nurturing mother figure, which is played by grandmotherly type roles, or older female types. This is someone who is dangerous because they could come into something very sacred, and no one would ever see it coming, because they keep these things because they're so unwanted. They spend their whole lives wandering and compartmentalizing, manipulating. The key word for Lilith and Cancer is manipulation. Because someone in a past life or at a very young age, somewhere in their karma, manipulated them, or they manipulated someone. They can't stop the cycle of manipulation, and it plagues them everywhere they go. And the thing about manipulation is that there's a lot of bad things in the world, but it, on a scale, there's depravity, there's actual like filth and evil, and uncontrollable people can't control, like killing, murderers. But manipulation, it's kind of, if you think about it, the lowest of the low, because it's in deepest, darkest confidence. the utmost betrayal, because they basically, what happens is something goes like this, is they could come off in the beginning as someone who's very trustworthy. Oh, this is someone I can trust. This is someone I can confide my secrets to. This is someone I can rely on, because they seem to be very what's it called? The perfect citizen. This is someone who seems to be, or could be, on the outside, or if they positively meditate on the energy, someone who is very in control of the home, of the, neighborhood. They have very good relationships with their parents, or maybe not good, but very close. It's very important for them because of that Cancer-rich internal life to have established because this deep emotional life, it's ultimately what gives them away, because they cannot have relationships just because. Every single relationship that comes their way, it's, what's the word? They expect to feel very heavily all the full spectrum emotions of the relationships that they are involved in. And so, what happens is they trick themselves, into thinking they can trust other people, into having others thinking that they can trust them. And then realizing that this emotional rapport, it isn't really there with most people for the most part. It's just a constant, vagrant, wandering cycle of constant disappointment with people. Because you realize, oh, you fall in love, oh, you meet someone, oh, you found some new job, oh, something finally is going right, only to find it destroyed and desecrated by yourself, by your own doing. Why? Because you were so honest with your heart to something that, words are just not coming to me on the fly. Just give me a moment. So, Lilith in Cancer expects extreme emotional honesty with the relationships they encounter. And this is very bad because... Why is it bad again? I'm sorry. Because they end up getting hurt. Because emotional honesty is kind of something that's, it's picture perfect, but it's never gonna be a reality. Because they find that the reality is they have to hide themselves in order to actually get anything, somewhat salvaged in the burned out path that they, trail that they leave behind themselves. In order to salvage some kind of sanity within their very fragile, emotionally volatile, interior, they have to fragmentize themselves And what happens is they have double lives, not just double, triple lives, many hidden lives. And the so-called all perfect, role model is actually a very scheming, manipulating theater role playing. They're doing not just lying, but manipulating you to think that what they're doing is good, that what their emotions, because they seem honest and they expect that from you, it makes you want to trust them. But it's a trap, because they will take your secrets and sell them. Why? Because someone did that to them when they were the most vulnerable. And they don't know how to survive any other way. It is the most desperate placement for a reason. The most, there's the slave, the karma of the slave, Lilith and Virgo. That's the next worst placement. But the karma of a traitor is worse, because the slave at least has a place where they can stay, and a place, a role this is a wanderer. They stay maybe in a spot, but they do not belong, and everyone mistrusts them, and they might seem to have a home, or they may actually be homeless. This drowning in no rest, it's a wandering, restless energy in the negative strain. Alcohol abuse, and just the very acts of, they will ruin things around them, and it seems like surroundings and reputations and good intentions seem to drown in their shadow, really, because Lilith is the shadow side of astrology. This is the world we cannot see. This is the points in the stars. That isn't a single place. It is in dark matter. It is a crucial point that is of a different dimension. And I think I tried my best on the fly. I know this is not a real septum ring, but I might be getting one shortly. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate the support, and I love you all.